John Rambo, a drifter, just passing through their town.
Morning!
Hey guys and gals, I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy. Welcome back to the Collector's Table.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much for joining me at the Collector's Table today, because today is freaking awesome for me, because today I am unboxing my very awesome, long-awaited ThreeZero John Rambo 1/6 scale figure from the 1982 Rambo First Blood film.
Sylvester Stallone. This time he's fighting for his life. First Blood.
For the occasion, my wife went ahead and designed and made this awesome John Rambo t-shirt. If you'd like a t-shirt like this one, hit me up in the comment section. Now, back to the piece de resistance. It is John Rambo from ThreeZero, the 1/6 scale figure in the likeness of John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, from that 1982 Rambo First Blood film. Oh my gosh. Okay, 1982 was an amazing year for films. We had a ton of great movies that came out, including one of my previous videos, E.T. and John Rambo in Rambo First Blood, and other films, which we're going to go over in future unboxing and review videos.
You did everything to make this private war happen. You've done enough damage.
Before we jump into this box art, go and hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future ThreeZero unboxings, John Rambo unboxings, because I've got a lot, and also all my videos in general. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for doing everything you do to make my channel the success that it is. Without you, I'm just a dude in front of a camera. Thank you very much for letting me do this on YouTube. I appreciate you all.
Well, we all appreciate your concern, Colonel. And we'll try to be extra careful.
Now to the box art on this awesome, awesome figure here. Okay, on the front there, we have that awesome picture of Mr. Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo. We have the ThreeZero logo. We have the Rambo logo. We have a lot of other cool things going for this packaging. But one big thing I want to point out is this awesome saying right here. They drew first blood, not me.
Well, you did some pushing of your own, John.
They drew first blood, not me.
On the top there, we have the ThreeZero logo, the Rambo logo, and the 1/6 scale logo. On the side there, we have Rambo, John Rambo, and the rifle. On that side, a little bit more of the same, except for it's a different rifle. And then on the back there, we get a little taste of what's inside here. That's actually this 1/6 scale ThreeZero John Rambo figure there, and one of his little get-ups there, one of his little uniforms, little outfits, little accessories that comes inside this box. One awesome thing about ThreeZero I love is that they have these awesome little cardboard flaps that cover up the open face portion of the box with a little bit of Velcro, and it gives us a little sneak peek of what's inside. So let's go ahead and open this up, and let's see that first look of John Rambo. Look at that. That is pretty neat, isn't it?
Holy shit, look at this.
Now on to unboxing and going over this figure. I cannot wait to add this to my 1/6 scale figure collection and my Rambo collection, which spans over 3 decades. My John Rambo collection first started with this bad boy right here. Yes, this Rambo figure from the Rambo collection of action figures, the Coleco figures from the mid to late 1980s. I have all of these figures, and I have begun to only scrape the surface of my Rambo collection. This right here figure is going to be featured in my next Vintage Toy Talk video, so go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on this.
Here's a present, Patty. Wow!
Now back to this 3/0 1/6 scale John Rambo from that 1982 Rambo First Blood film. We're going to get him out of the box right now. We're going to go over and we're going to add him to my Rambo collection. All right, guys and gals, there he is. There is John Rambo from that 1982 Rambo First Blood film there. That looks so much like Sylvester Stallone. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm looking at this figure, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have got a figure, a 1/6 scale figure of one of my all-time favorite action movie hero actors of all time. I absolutely love Sylvester Stallone.
Let me see some ID. All right, you're under arrest.
Before we start going over the accessories, let's take a look at the figure. Let's do the little rundown here of this figure, this one singular head sculpt that we get here, and just let's look at all of his attire and all of the painting, weathering, details, and artistry of this figure from head to toe. Always know that you're going to see the very close-up video of this character after this unboxing and review video. So at the very end, you'll see a very close-up of this figure and all of the accessories. You see the front look there of Sylvester Stallone, aka John Rambo there. Looks absolutely amazing. Just captured that look really well. I'm going to give you a little side view there of that left head there, where you see that blood stain, that blood that dripped down from his head. He took a lot of brutal scratches and beatings to this body and this face. So there's one of those right there on his forehead, dripping down on the left side of his cheek. Very great capture there by ThreeZero.
This mission is over, Rambo. Do you understand me? This mission is over!
Then also you see that he has this, this bandana that he fashioned for his hair when he got out there in the woods. And they captured that well too. Some figures I've seen in the past don't have that. That's a great capture there to have. We go ahead, we look down this Rambo figure, and he has that tank top, that brown tank top on. Really, really nice and film accurate. I am touching this figure. It's actually a hard body with like a soft, really nice little covering that goes over top of that harder body. The arms are separate pieces here, but there's no joints here on these elbows. So we'll look at some of that articulation there with those non-exposed covered joints, and you see that it's really cool right there. I really love these. So, we already did that elbow, so these shoulders, they pop out like this. Really, really strong joints right there. That's really absolutely awesome, amazing. You can hear that clicking. We have 4 sets of hands, so it's nice to have all that articulation here at the wrist into the hand joint, so you can move that around and hold these accessories, which we'll get to here in a moment. We get down here to these awesome, awesome retro blue jeans here, which they captured very well in this, just the way they detail it. They really captured it very well. That old, looks like late 70s or early 80s pants there, with that awesome belt that you see around there, which is removable. You get around there to that back there, and you see around that left back pocket, you see that sheath there for one of these accessories that's coming up. We'll go over that here momentarily. As we go down here, then we see, let me see if he's got some waist movement. Yeah, he's got waist movement, really good waist movement. And it looks like he's got some chest movement there too. Not a crazy amount, but you can do some chest movement there for all those awesome action poses from Rambo. And then you come down here at the hips. Those legs move really, really well. And like I said, we already went over kind of, but we haven't moved it. This double jointed knee joint here, which makes for a really, really awesome hyperextension there of that knee. We get down here to the pant cuff down here. We'll pull that up a little bit. So there's that movement I was talking about with this foot into that boot. And it actually has side-to-side movement and up and down, back and forth movement. Really awesome. A lot of great movement in there, in that boot, in that foot, in that ankle area for maximum posability. One last thing I want to point out before we move on to the accessories is this awesome artwork and this paint job that's done up here, this right arm, where we saw John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, get another one of those injuries while he's out there getting away from those just totally horrible, horrible cops there. Okay, we got John Rambo standing up here, the 3016 scale figure here. We got him sitting there. He stands up really nice and great. Noticeably missing is a figure stand. I would have loved to have had a figure stand, something with like First Blood on it, or Rambo First Blood, or John Rambo, something like that, or just ThreeZero. That would have been cool to have it a stand, but there's no stand with this figure, unfortunately. All right, guys and gals, it is accessorizing time. It's time for the accessories. And there are a lot of cool accessories, a lot of cool homages and throwbacks, and celebrations for that 1982 Rambo First Blood film. And these things do a lot of cool things. So let's go over them all before I bid you adieu. All right, first off we get that awesome like leather cloth thing that he makes that robe or that covering for when he gets out there in the woods. You remember when he puts this thing together. Well, they gave it to us, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on Rambo's body. It's got an awesome weathering look to it. It's got a little bit of holes in there and some stains and everything on there. Probably some from blood or from sweat that came off of John Rambo as he's running through that woods. It actually pops over top of his head just like that. You don't even have to remove the head. So we got it on there like that. But guess what? We've got to secure that thing. Well, guess what? They packaged up this little rope-like thing that we can secure this thing around John Rambo. Let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. It ties around really nicely. Now, I'm not tying it very tightly. I don't want that figure piece accessory to break, fray, or mess up otherwise. So I just kind of did a loose little tie in there. It goes together pretty quick. And then you get that nice little cool look of Mr. John Rambo. So our next accessory is these 5 ammo belts of various lengths, sizes, and shapes. These things are really cool. These are really awesome to like do an original accessorizing of your figure, a really awesome original display of your John Rambo figure. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little original display, a little bit of customization of my own, and then we'll look and see what I get. Now in the film, we see these around John Rambo when he's just got his arms uncovered and he's got the little tank top on. But I want all of my accessories to go with my figure, so I'm going to try to get these on him when he's got that awesome cloth covering there. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see what I come up with. Alright guys and gals, I think I did a little bit of something unique there. I went ahead, you have to pop the head off, and you can get these things that kind of crisscross and go around his neck there and underneath his armpits with those ammo belts. So I went ahead and did that, and then I went ahead and undid this little tie here that goes around this leather cloth covering. I went ahead and put 2 of those in there because this helps hold the accessories. And then there was this one that's got like, it's really malleable, really movable. It's kind of bent to like go around the arm and maybe go into one of these rifles that we have here. So I went ahead and just put that around his arm so that these could be displayed with him in my display, so I don't have to worry about losing them. And I don't want to keep them in the box. I want all my accessories to go with this figure. Now go ahead and rate my my display ability of this figure right here from 0 to 10.
I gave it a 10. A 10.
So there's John Rambo. We're almost done with this figure, but we got a few more accessories to go over. Let's go over those accessories before I bid you adieu. All right, guys and gals, here's one of those first rifles. There are 2 rifles that come with this John Rambo figure. This one is just so meticulously detailed. I don't even know how these toy creators do that. I am always in awe of these weapons and accessories that come with these figures. It's got that awesome strap. It's got everything on there that this rifle should have, plus movable parts, including this piece right here that's movable right there, and this piece right here that moves back and forth like that. I'm not sticking my finger in there to try to move that trigger. It doesn't look like it moves, but there's a lot of cool stuff that moves on this rifle. Just absolutely amazing. Alright, so one of those 5 belts, like I said, that had that little wraparound feature that can kind of go around his arm. It is open-ended so that it can stick inside this rifle just like that. You slide it in there and look at that. It goes right in there just like that to make an awesome display piece. To do that, we got to move on to the next accessory, which is these 3 extra sets of hands. Hands of which hold weapons, including knife and stick and guns. So let's go ahead and put hands that hold on this figure and then get that first rifle on John Rambo. Alright, if you can see there, that hand and that trigger finger fits around that handle of that weapon there very awesomely. Fits around that trigger very great. I've heard some commotion behind me. I think this John Rambo is starting to scare off some of my other figures. I'll have to check my display cases to see if they're still there after this unboxing. I just have a lot of fun with my collectibles, my toys. I have fun with every video I do and everything that I unbox, from the biggest thing to the smallest thing. Thank you all for watching. While you're still with me, hit that like button if you would. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe. And go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the fun I have on the channel. So we have the smaller rifle here, but this right here looks like one of those regular rifles there. Really cool though. They really did a good job with this. I really like it.
I like it a lot.
This rifle comes with its own strap right there. It also comes with a removable magazine right there that actually has some bullets inside there. That's really cool. That's really nice. There's a lot of movable things on these rifles. Let's go ahead and get this rifle in his right hand before we move on to the last two accessories. And there we go. That trigger finger fits perfectly over top of that trigger, and that thing fits in there very nicely. One thing about these hands is that they are very malleable, very flexible, and they do move really nicely for that precision holding in there of that trigger and that handle there. We get extra joints there for the wrist there. Our last two accessories, I'm holding them up together because they go hand in hand. Now, if you remember, he made that spear in the movie. Fashioned the most amazing, awesome, iconic, it's on my shirt, weapon accessory that a John Rambo figure has to have. It is the John Rambo knife. Man, that thing with those serrated edges and that really sharp edge there. Absolutely amazing. This thing comes with that little hang down strap there that can be fashioned to his belt.
Why would you be carrying a knife like this?
But the reason why I put these two together is because they go together in the film. Did ThreeZero make it so they can go together? Oh, why yes they did. Recreating that awesome spear piece there. And there actually is hands that hold this. It goes right over the top there, and you can have that hand down there, and you can hold it up there just like that. But yeah, that is the last two accessories. One last totally awesome thing about this knife before I put it in that sheath on his belt is, if you remember the film, if you remember John Rambo, you remember this knife comes with that awesome compass on there. Okay, there's no compass on the end there, but if you take this and pop it out, there is that compass. You can't see that right now, but if you buy one of these, you get that extra little effect there, that extra little accessory. You just pop it back into that handle, and we put it in the sheath. Just like that, and that sheath holds that knife, and it has a little extra thing there for a little bit of ammo there. For a little extra coolness there, I went ahead and added this spear handle, the length of that spear handle, to the backside of this John Rambo figure. Thank you all for watching this awesome John Rambo ThreeZero 1/6 scale figure from that 1982 Rambo First Blood film. I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy. I look forward to getting back to the collector's table real soon to unbox something awesome, something cool, something old, or something new. If you haven't yet done it, hit the like button on this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. I appreciate that very much. And go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any future Rambo unboxings, ThreeZero unboxings, all my videos in general. Thank you very much. We hear sirens coming from the distance. We got to head on up this mountain. John doesn't want to hurt anyone he doesn't have to. They've pushed him far enough. I'll see you back at the collector's table real soon.